Sis and tell, a whole lot of talk about a whole lot of nothing, nothing. Sis and tell, a whole lot of talk about a whole lot of nothing.
Hey, Allie.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Well, Murray's getting ready to go back to Elon for his junior year, and we took him out to dinner last night. And this crazy thing happened when we walked into the restaurant.
What?
So, first of all, we did a very early dinner. It was like 5 o'clock. Oscar's wearing this concert t-shirt that says, like, "Don't be dumb," like really big. And we walk in, and there's like two people sitting at the bar of this restaurant. And the bar's right by the entrance. And this guy who's sitting on the corner right near the entrance, he goes, "What does your shirt say?" And I was like, and he pulls Oscar over. So
Well, how old's this guy? I need to put this
probably in
into
his like
context.
mid 40s.
Okay.
Right? He's like, "What does your shirt say?" And I'm like, "It's a concert t-shirt." And Oscar tells him what it says, and then he sees Oscar's giant Jewish star necklace.
Oh gosh.
And I was
Now I'm
like,
getting anxiety.
and he
Yes.
goes, "What's that around your neck?" And I was like, "What's going to happen? I'm not leaving Oscar." And he goes, "Come sit down." And Oscar sits down. And he's like, definitely been drinking. And he goes, "Oh, it's a Jewish star." And I think that's why what he saw. He didn't care about the t-shirt. And he goes, and then he goes, "Are you Jewish?" And I was like, "What's going to happen?" And Oscar's like, "Yeah." And then he starts singing, "Sivivon."
No, he did not.
He's like, "Shalom, shalom, Sivivon." So, I mean, he wasn't Jewish, but.
He wasn't even Jewish?
No, well, he was not Jewish.
Hanukkah song? Okay.
So he knows it's like a deep cut, Hanukkah song. That's not like the Hanukkah song that most people know.
That's in Hebrew too.
It's in Hebrew. So then I was like, "Do you know what?" I was like, "You know what Sivivon means?" He's like, "Dreidel. It's the spinning tops." And I was like, "Very good. Okay, we're leaving now." And then he's like, "I'm drunk." And I was like, "Really?" And he goes, "You're his mother?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "You look like his sister. Is that your dad?" Whoa. Oh, I feel so bad for you because your wife looks like his sister.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, "Okay, we gotta go."
And scene.
I didn't know what was going to happen. It was kind of scary.
That's kind of the best case scenario outcome, though, for a potentially very awkward moment.
Yeah. He started singing a Hanukkah song and then told me I was pretty.
Right.
Or that I looked young,
Tell me you love Jews and that I look young. That's all. Those are my two love languages.
And that you love this Jew, right? Yeah. We good.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Well, speaking of Jewish and singing, recently, a few weeks ago, was the anniversary of Abe and Noah's B'nai Mitzvah in Israel, our nephew. And Abe was like, "Oh, yeah. Do you have any video from my bar mitzvah?" I'm like, "Of course I do.
I also have video."
Well, thank goodness, because of course I don't. I am not sure what I was thinking. So let's level set this. 2015. The iPhone had been out for 8 years. So I have no excuse of I didn't have an iPhone, or it was not a, advanced version, or I wasn't used to videotaping. No, I have some videos, but they're all from after the bar mitzvah when we're, dancing through the park, and then we're at this after dinner. But I didn't have a single video of his of the ceremony. And it was on a Thursday. So it's not like it was the Sabbath and we couldn't even videotape. That's not, but I'm thinking, who am I? And more importantly, who was she?
Times have changed.
Who was 2015 Alison that she wasn't aware enough to video this? And of course, I immediately text our brother, Bubba, because I knew
he records everything.
He's been recording things since, 1983. So I said, "Stuart, do you have any videos of the actual bar mitzvah?" He goes, "Of course I do." And now we have a shared account. It took us 11 years to do a shared album with all of our videos. We had the professional pictures from that day. I didn't have any of these videos. So I said, thank goodness. So he sends me those. If you have some to that point, please send them to me. But I just felt like it was so it was so off brand for me because I'm usually the one, like, even at like a friend's simcha or a friend's birthday or something, they're like, can you be in charge of pictures? Can you just make sure we get family pictures? I'm like, yeah, or I'll even do it because I'm so, neurotic about that. Except at this. No, can you imagine no videos from your own child's bar mitzvah? I mean, I do because thank God I have siblings who are more
I mean,
dedicated than I am,
I don't
apparently.
have videos from my child's bar mitzvah.
I know, but that was in a synagogue. So
Yeah.
you're not going to have the actual videos. I get that. But this was in the wide open space at the wall in Jerusalem.
Well,
I should have videos.
I'll look. I don't know if I have it from the actual ceremony, but
All
I
right.
took an insane amount of pictures, and not just of myself at the Dead Sea, which is what I'm looking at right now.
Well,
But do you know
I'll
the
send you those
story?
albums to add.
There's a story about me and the Dead Sea and Uncle Billy from when I was 8 and we went for Stuart's bar mitzvah.
Okay.
Mommy put Uncle Billy in charge of me.
By the way, Mommy also put Uncle Billy in charge of me and the rest of the teenagers on that trip. So
Oh,
that's funny.
wow.
Uncle Billy had a lot of responsibility that trip.
Well, specifically at
So
the
this
Dead
was hold on.
Sea.
This was 1985.
Yeah.
So this is a summer I was 14 still. So you
Yeah.
had already turned 8.
I was
Yeah.
about 8 or almost 8 because I don't know when we went. We may have gone in June, but
Yeah.
I was either 8 or almost 8. We went to the Dead Sea. I went and got into the water, and I'm just saying I must have been an aggressive wiper because, and they must have had some rough toilet paper because it was like I had 1,000 paper cuts in my crotch, and the Dead Sea let me know.
That is making me so uncomfortable.
It was
Like
well, it was
gosh.
so painful. I didn't understand what I was experiencing. All I knew was that I needed to jump into the pool to make it go away. So I jumped out and I yelled at Uncle. I flew past Uncle Billy, who was like reading a book, and I was like, "I gotta go run into the pool." And what was I gonna say? I was
Right.
gonna tell him. So I remember him yelling at me, being like, "Amanda, slow down, Amanda." And I just jumped into the pool, and I was like, it was like a cartoon where the like Bugs Bunny's butt's on fire. Or
Yes, and
Daffy
then
Duck's
also you
butt.
see the
Yeah.
steam.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So every time someone is like, I'm going to Israel, I'm going to the Dead Sea, I'm like, do not wipe aggressively.
Do not wipe your butt.
Yeah,
I'm just going to tell
don't
you.
wipe anything aggressively, okay? Because you will know, and it will be terrible.
You will feel it. I promise you.
Speaking of bodies of water, okay, I've been asking
Or bodies in water.
bodies in water. I've been asking everyone this question, and I'm going to ask you. I
Okay.
consider you a very smart person, but do you know where is the Indian Ocean?
Okay. So let me preface this by saying thank you for saying you think I'm a smart person. However, geography,
Yeah.
I am terrible at. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm just terrible. I think if I put my mind to it, I could be unterrible.
But where
But
is
I'm
it?
going to say the Indian Ocean is near Asia.
Okay, but tell me, Asia's huge.
Am I close?
I don't know. I haven't
Oh.
looked it up. I was waiting to talk to you about it first to see if you knew where it is. I think it's probably maybe near like New Zealand and Australia. Like what ocean surrounds New Zealand and
Okay, but
Australia?
let's be clear. I think
Yeah.
we're trying to overthink it. It should be close to India if we're going to be fair, right?
Okay.
If it's
I
the
mean,
Indian Ocean,
that's the everyone says.
right? It
is-
should be close to India.
Yeah, it should
But
be.
I feel like the name is sort of duping us. I
Yeah.
feel like it's like going, oh, you think I'm by India, but no, I'm going to call myself the Indian Ocean, and I'm going to be by North Africa.
right?
So
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Go look.
So I
it
know
up.
where
What
it's
does it
not.
say?
It's not on either side of
The
North
United
America.
States.
Right. I know
I
it's not
know
near
the
us.
Pacific Ocean is near the Pacific Coast Highway.
We've got the Atlantic
I
and the
know
Pacific.
that.
We've got the
Yeah.
Gulf. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to picture. I feel like the Indian Ocean, maybe, yeah, towards India.
You look it up.
And
Is Levi nearby? He goes to Stanford. I want to know if he knows off the cuff if he knows where the Indian Ocean is.
Can I look it up?
Yeah, look it up.
Okay, I'm looking it up. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, well, so we could basically be right no matter what we said. The Indian Ocean
Is everywhere else.
sits in the Eastern Hemisphere.
Okay.
It is the third largest water area on Earth. Here's what it borders.
Everything.
North Asia,
Yeah.
including India, Iran, and Pakistan.
Yeah.
West Africa, East Australia and Indonesia, and the Southern Ocean or Antarctica.
Okay. What's to the left of Africa? What's to the west?
Sure.
What ocean is that?
I feel like I actually
No.
saw
Yeah. What is
the
to
Indian Ocean at some point, but I can't.
You went to Australia, didn't you?
I've been to Australia, so maybe it was there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that what surrounds? What is to the west of Africa? What ocean is that? How many oceans are there? Pacific, Atlantic, Indian.
Uh-huh.
Are there any other oceans?
Let's see. Hold
The
on.
Antarctic Ocean, is that an ocean?
I mean,
oh my God, I'm so dumb.
I know.
But are you
I'm
smarter
proud-
than a fifth grader? No, I'm
No,
not smarter than
I'm
a
not.
fourth grader.
I'm not. Okay, there are 5 oceans on Earth. Let's start there.
Okay.
The Pacific Ocean,
Yeah.
which is the largest.
Yeah.
The Atlantic Ocean, the
Yeah.
Indian Ocean,
Right.
the Southern Ocean, which surrounds
What?
Antarctica.
That's the name of an ocean.
That's the name of an ocean. And the Arctic Ocean, which
Okay.
is the smallest.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
And
only
if
5?
you learned here, I'm going to go
What's
further.
the Southern Ocean? Oh, also called the Antarctic Ocean.
Okay. If
Okay.
you learned there were 4 oceans growing up, you're not imagining it. The Southern Ocean was more formally recognized as the 5th ocean relatively recently.
Huh.
So, yes.
Okay.
There we
the
go.
Arctic Ocean. I wonder why why is the Antarctic Ocean called the Southern Ocean, but the Arctic Ocean isn't called the Northern Ocean? That doesn't seem very fair because that would be easier to remember. Anyway,
Yeah.
I feel so
Arctic.
dumb. Do you know how many seas there are?
Um,
There's like
So-
a pirate saying about it.
how many seas? Oh, 7 seas.
Yes.
I was
feel
going to
like-
say that's
but-
also the name of a lot of hotels in the Caribbean.
Oh, really? The 7 seas?
Also, yeah, you're right. The Antarctic Ocean was and sometimes still is used as another name for the water surrounding Antarctica, but the name officially used now is Southern Ocean since 2000. This is like when I found out Pluto was no longer a planet. And then it was a dwarf planet. And then it wasn't a dwarf
They keep
planet. I mean,
on
they're very
changing their
confused.
minds.
People keep changing
This is
their
the
minds.
most educational Sissontel ever.
Ever. You
Neil
know, it's-
deGrasse Tyson is our guest today.
So Levi's roommate in college for the
Mhm.
past year, like his freshman roommate, they met, just by chance. They were put together by chance, but now they continue to be roommates. Is a geography maven. He is a geography genius. I will go ahead and use that word. When he was in high school, he won like the global geography B, like world B, and now he serves as a docent at the geography center in the library on their campus. Okay. So we were there for a parent weekend a few years ago, and his name is Miles. And I was like, oh, good. He's going to show us around the library and show us around the whole map section. So they've got this giant
Stuart
table.
loves maps, by the way.
Well, he would love this. He would love Miles. And Miles it's amazing. He knows everything about everything. And we're looking at this giant map. Imagine a giant iPad, but it's a tabletop. And
Okay.
it's
like a
probably
touchscreen table.
a
Yeah.
touchscreen tabletop, like 6 by 4 feet. And he's, using it and going to different things. So I said, so Miles, since you started working here, what have you learned about the world that you didn't know before? Like what places? And he goes, and he keeps hesitating. And I said, it's okay. Take your time. And Levi goes, Mom, why would you ask him that? It's a trick question.
Wait, say the question again.
I said, since you've been working, because he's a docent now in
Yeah.
college at this library. I said,
Yeah.
since you've been working here, what have you learned about the world? Like, what places have you discovered that you didn't know before? And he was stumbling over his answer.
Probably because he knew everything.
It's because he knew everything. Levi goes, it's a trick question, Mom. He knows the whole world, which sounds like a
Ridiculous.
hyperbolic statement, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's no way. I go,
He
Okay,
must have
wait.
a photographic memory.
he's got
also.
to. He's got to.
Yeah.
Well, let's throw that into that. He's got an incredible mind. But I look at him and he's so humble. I go, Miles, do you know the whole world? Do you literally know the whole world? And he hesitated again. He kind of goes, well, I guess. Yeah. I mean, he didn't want to say it, but he knows the whole
Wow.
world. The whole world. I can't even tell you where Kansas is comfortably.
He's got the whole world in his head.
Yeah, he's got the whole wide world in his head. Oh my gosh. I want to sing that to him and send it to him.
You better
That's
tell him that I started it first.
My sister thought of this. Yeah. He's got the whole world in his head. Sorry, I had to just finish it. It needed that.
I needed that
needed
too.
the
I
end.
just didn't want
Yes.
to be annoying.
Anyway, he knows the whole world, so he would be laughing at this conversation with us, going, "How many oceans are there? Are there 7 seas, or is that just
I
a
knew
place
that
I
when,
ate?"
he probably knew that when he was 2. You know,
Literally.
there was a kid, like a toddler, who went on to David Letterman and his trick. You know, he would have like stupid
Yes.
pet tricks, and he would also bring in like weird things that kids could do. This kid could chew slices of cheese into any like country or state. He would just chew it to make it. but but that kid grew up. Where is he? Maybe it's
Where is he?
Miles. Maybe Miles can chew. I bet Miles could
Could
take
chew
a piece of
cheese.
American cheese and chew it into the
I think
shape.
he's missing out on an opportunity
Yeah.
to monetize his talent.
I agree.
Yeah.
Here's my pitch. He should. Well, where is that kid? First of all, I'd like to know who that kid is and where is he today?
The cheese eating geography maven.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I
Where is
will.
he?
Okay,
I mean, he's got to be somewhere.
hold on.
Uh,
Give me a second. I got. I got
Johnny
voice.
Carson used to have people like that all the time. There was the woman who used to find potato chips in interesting
Oh, that
shapes.
looked, yes.
Yeah.
The fact
And
that
then-
she was like a repeat guest, though. I
Oh my
think.
gosh, all the time, because she continued to find potato chips that looked like unusual objects or people or I don't know, all sorts of things. And then she kept them. I don't know why.
That's how
What
do
did
you,
her family
do you
do with that
shellac
collection?
it too? Like, right? How's it not go bad?
And people call me a hoarder. I'm not hoarding potato chips in the shape of Idaho.
No. Hold on one second. That would be ironic, though, a potato chip.
That would be. I just
Idaho.
I just realized that.
Okay. Oh, his name. We got to look up. We got to look him up. His name is Jonathan Estrada, and he was 4 years old, and it was in 1993. So if he
Okay.
was born in '89, he would be 26.
He's 19 years younger than I am. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's 47. No, 37.
37.
I'm like, how old am I?
He was a
Okay.
geography expert, but I feel like, we should get Miles on this. They
Miles, we have a whole long list of things that we need for
Yeah.
you to do to monetize your talent. And none of them are going to be intellectually stimulating, but they're going to be very entertaining.
I think that he should find something else to eat into the shape.
What else could you
of-
eat into the shape? I mean, American cheese is pretty simple.
It is. I think that's the best thing to do. Yeah.
I think if we combine Jonathan with Miles, it can be a party trick. Jonathan eats the cheese, holds it up, and Miles identifies it.
I wonder what he's doing. If you're that obsessed with geography
And cheese.
when you're 4, like where is he now? We're gonna find out. Oh, we don't
He's
know
not
what
related to
doing
Eric
today.
Estrada, is he?
I don't know. Maybe we know where his birth date. That's crazy. He's from North Point, Long Island. So people go find him. Someone's got to know him.
Somebody on Long Island, go track down Jonathan, the cheese making geography guy.
Yeah. Well, we'll find Cheese Boy somewhere.
How did they find him? Isn't that funny? How did David Letterman find them? Did they reach out to them?
People must have either called in, or he was featured in some sort of local news segment, and that's how
Yeah.
I think it was like they would find people through local news. They probably had an intern who was
Right.
scouring local news, but it was like before.
But like by hand,
Google.
like that's what I'm saying. There was no Google. You're not
Maybe-
emailing this.
Maybe they subscribed to all these local newspapers and just got them sent to the office.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how else they would do it.
So I want to talk about this. I want to go down this rabbit hole a little bit because it feels like a natural fit. So I was
Late
in a
night
meeting.
or cheese? Which one?
No, about going down rabbit holes and our
Oh.
access to technology now
Okay.
that we didn't have 20 years ago.
Okay, a rabbit hole
Or
about
even-
rabbit holes. I'm
Even
I'm
10
in
years
for it.
ago.
Okay.
A rabbit hole through a rabbit hole. So I was in a meeting this week. I got asked to serve on an advisory board for our local Adventist university, so Southern Adventist University. And this is where I've done some of my interviews. They have a lecture series. So that's where I got to interview Carl Bernstein and David Brooks in the past few years. So they have a School of Journalism and Communication, and they meet once a year, this advisory board. So I was actually just asked to go to a meeting, and I guess they're like, "Welcome to the board, our new members." I'm like, oh, okay. I guess that's how it happens. And I recognized a bunch of people, and I've known a lot of their faculty over the past few years. And so it was a great crowd with an incredibly robust conversation. I really learned a lot also, especially because they gave us 5 questions. They gave us 5 prompts about, all along the lines of how to prepare their students for the workforce and how to sustain a rigorous curriculum if they're thinking about a graduate program, et cetera. But one of the questions was, how is AI affecting the workplace? And specifically, I would look at the two of us, our line of work, because we
Yeah.
were both communication majors, as was Stuart. And how do we, how are our access points different? How is it enhancing what we do? How is it hindering what we do? How is it challenging what we do? And so there were a bunch of people in the room who work. I mean, they had a really, really academic approach to AI, and also a tangible workplace approach. So one of the guys said was, in the next 20 years, and I would assume it will probably be sooner, but in the next 20 years, we are going to have places, because AI is taking over so much of our brain power, right? And doing so much that we typically would do. And also for middle-aged people, sorry, which is us, and older, are using AI a great deal, like really, really sort of overusing it. In the next 20 years, there are going to be places where people have to go in order to, quote, exercise their brains the way that we go to now exercise our bodies.
Wow.
And so they compared this to pre-industrial revolution, where people were naturally physical, right? Because all of the labor, the manual labor, had to be done by people, right? Even like, maybe some horse-drawn things, but you see pictures of people and they are buff. Like they are naturally, like the men are buff, the women are, they are strong. And then the Industrial Revolution happens and you realize we got basically, I guess, fat and lazy because we let machinery do the work.
Right. Well, it's like that movie Wall-E, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is a natural, evolution. It happens, right? You look at the pattern of this. So now here we go, technology again. So now people are going to have to go and literally figure out ways to, it's like
So
the
our
common
brains
doing
aren't shrinking.
right. Well, doing crosswords and Sudoku and things that I do now because I want to prepare my brain for older age, but literally exercise the brain, because now the same way that physical exercise has become an intentionality and a market, that people are going to have to go to a place to exercise their brain. So I'm telling this to Alan and Levi. Levi goes, "Do you mean a library?" And I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
yeah,
That's
exactly. Yeah.
embarrassing.
I was like, I guess people will have to start using libraries.
Library.
How nostalgic and old school that they're going to have to go to a library.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And I'm guilty of it. I mean, I do use AI for a lot of stuff.
Yes.
I try to
People,
use it as my intern and not as my, generative creative force. But I do give it a lot of stuff that I want it to either edit or add to, or suggestions. And I mean, that includes even like, I was trying to find a shirt the other day and I'm taking a picture. What do you think of this one? How do you like it with these pants? It's like I'm carrying mommy around in my pocket.
oh God, I know. People get mad too. People are really angry about AI. And then the whole entire, like, if you look up something on AI or use AI and they're like, you're wasting water. But I looked it up on AI and it says,
But AI told me that it's not
ChatGPT
true.
told me that no, it uses the same amount, like what you streaming Netflix uses the same amount of water that you use looking something up.
Of
right?
water or energy? What do you mean?
So the data centers that they're using are
yes.
very hot, and
Oh,
they
right.
have to cool them down with water, right? So that's why people are like, you're wasting water, it's using up water. Look, I wouldn't
Okay.
want to live near a data center, and I don't think people should have
Right.
to. And it's like when you live somewhere and all of a sudden they build a cell tower. No one
Yeah.
wants that to happen. But it's a misnomer to be like, this is sucking up. This is the thing that's sucking up water. Then stop streaming anything,
Right.
because that's
right.
also it's all sucking up water.
Yeah.
It
Well,
all is.
it's so funny because my dental hygienist and I were talking about this because she's talking about this trip she's going on with her son. I go, you should throw it into Chatty G. And she was like, oh, I only call him Chatty. I'm going to add the G. I said, sure, go ahead. It's not copywritten. So, or trademarked. I said, and asked them about, here's how many days I have, here's where we're going. And so we started talking about it. She goes, yeah, my son hates when I use AI because he says I'm wasting energy. Same idea. I haven't heard it framed in the water, but that makes sense too. And she goes, but why does he say that? And I said, well, there's these giant data centers, and the more that we're drawing from them. I said, for instance, I was told don't ever say please or thank you to AI, even though that's our tendency, because that just draws more energy. Like for every time you say please, like it doesn't matter. They don't need it. She's like, oh no, I say please all the time.
Polite.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm always saying thank you, but I just want to be polite. And I go, okay, let's be clear, Amy. Like you're saying please is not.
So
bring the
I
world
disagree because I'm looking towards our future when AI is our overlords, and they're going to be looking in all of our history and be like, Amanda was nice to us. Alison was not. Oh, who's living now? Oh, so I'm just saying.
I got to think about that.
Yeah, be kind. You never know. They're going to be in charge. I was actually listening to a podcast, Mind Bionics podcast, where they talked about this will be the last generation of 100% humans.
What?
Yeah, the generation that's born.
What do you mean of 100% humans?
That the next generation will be. I don't know them.
What else could they be?
She's a neuroscientist. I studied television. Saying that they're going to be like half robot. What is that called when you're like a cyborg?
Like a cyborg?
I guess I don't know. I don't know.
We are in Terminator.
Or that they're going to like insert like tracking labels into us, like LoJack. They're going to LoJack us. They're going to chip us like they do dogs, so we know we're safe. I don't know. I have huge faith in our kids' generation though, because they're the ones who don't like AI. They're the ones who are like, no, I'm going to DIY and not through AI. Like at dinner last night for Murray, Ruby goes, let's create a phone pile, right? So we all, she's like, didn't want anyone on their phones, right? And the kids were the ones who come up with that, not me and Aaron, right? No. Then I go, then who's going to take a picture of the phone pile?
I don't think our kids, I'll push back a little. I don't think they don't like technology or AI. I think they're becoming smarter about the way they use it. Mm-hmm. And I think the reason our generation, they're using it.
They don't want the slop.
No, they're using it really tactically, and they're letting it enhance what they already do and save time. I think our generation and older are using it ad nauseum because we're so tired, and we're so thankful that there's something that can do the work for us after all these years of doing it all by hand, right? We had to handwrite, we had to pay for long distance, we had to walk in the snow uphill and downhill, we had to, all these things. So we deserve a hack.
Yeah.
And maybe we're overusing it, but we've earned it. We're tired. We're tired, and I've been waiting for it. It's like when I discovered the flat iron, right?
It's like a free intern.
The ceramic flat iron was my first version of AI. Oh my gosh, there's something that can make my life easier. I don't care that it's singeing the ends of my hair follicles. I don't care that I have burns on my neck when I first tried to use it. Right. I don't care that I can no longer feel the tips of my fingers because after I straighten my hair, it's 400 degrees. It's fine. It's
my hair looks great mostly, just not close up.
And guess what? I was tired of the other ways. So,
yeah.
But I do. I have faith in our kids too, because they're going to figure out a way to have that balance. Because I think they also are very intrigued by the nostalgic, tools of our youth. And here's the superpower that they all need or already have, which is curiosity. As long as they keep asking how and why and when and where and want to find those answers and dig for those answers themselves and figure out the solutions and figure that out, as you said, even a DIY approach, then we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And our cyborg grandchildren are going to be just fine.
They're going to be adorable. They'll come visit us in our AI assisted living facilities.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
That's it. But mine's going to treat me well. Sorry, Alison.
I'm going to be nicer.
I'm getting all the best flavors of Jell-O. Well, thanks for listening to the latest Sis and Tell podcast. Don't forget to share us with your friends, share us with your family, share us with your foes.
As always, this has been Amanda and Allison with a whole lot of talk about a whole lot of nothing. We'll catch you next time.